All right. Sorry for anybody that was in early. Little technical difficulties. Seattle Mariners, Arizona Diamondbacks. Seattle Mike's Sports Experience. It is the launch of this channel, so not real happy about having a few technical glitches there, but everything great starts out with a few hiccups, right? So I've been told. There we go. Now we should be good on the live. Let me go to Facebook and fix this. So sorry anybody that was on Facebook before. I got to give everybody a new URL here. All right, 0-0 here early. All right, that should do it. And that is out of there. Lead-off home run for Josh Rojas, and the Mariners are on the board early, 1-0. It took just 2 pitches from Pfaadt for the Mariners to starch him and get on the board. Right down the right field, right over that 326-foot mark. And your Seattle Mariners on the board. First inning, 2 pitches, bottom of the first. There's a swing and a miss from number 44, Julio Rodriguez, one of the best batters in the league last year. And he takes a swing at that one. No, he brings it back. 1-1. Julio Rodriguez hitting .276 on the year. 10 RBIs, just 2 for 7 this series. Went 0 for 3 with a walk last night. And there's a swing and a miss for Julio. Bottom of the first, Seattle Mariners leading the Arizona Diamondbacks here early. And there's a hack. That's going to be right to the pitcher. Throws to the first baseman, and that is 1 out for the Seattle Mariners. But just a moment ago, Josh Rojas, 6th career leadoff home run of his career. 2nd of this series. And did he go? No, he did not. Jorge Polanco up next for the Mariners with taking the 1-0 pitch, just 159 batting this season. And he takes a big swing and a miss at that one. He's 0 for 5 this season, 1-1 at the plate right now. 8 pitches so far for Brandon Pfaadt for the Diamondbacks. And that's going to be out of the strike zone for a ball. 2-1. Last 17 games, Jorge's on-base percentage 36 is 368, 26.5% walk rate. So that makes up a little bit. Oh, and he got a hold of that one. But that one is foul. It had the distance. That might have been out of here if that had been straight on, but it is a foul. And we'll go to the chat here. 2-2 is the count on Polanco. And the ump's going to say that hit the outside corner. And Pfaadt catches him looking. That's going to be 2 outs for the Seattle Mariners here in the bottom of the first. Ty France up next for the Mariners. He had a home run last night. He gets a hold of that one, but that's foul. 259 on the season, just his second home run of the season last night. 8 RBIs. And he'll take the 0-1 pitch, 4 seconds on the pitch meter, and he fouls that one off. 0-2 on France. So, of course, Brandon Pfaadt, Ty France 1 for 3 career-wise versus Brandon Pfaadt. Brandon, right now, 13 pitches in, he can take some chances here. He does not have to throw a strike here. Mariners have had a home run in 6 of their last 7 games, leading the way to a 5-game win streak. Ty France has had a home run in 2 of the last 3. Here is the 1-2 pitch, the 15th pitch of the day from Brandon Pfaadt, and that is going to be a ball on the outside corner. 2-2. And thank you for the thumbs up. What's up, Robert Kerrigan, PBR? What's going on, guys? You guys always support me. Appreciate you guys. And Ty France strikes out. And that's going to be it for the side for the Seattle Mariners. But they put a run on the board. Josh Rojas hits a home run, his second walk-off of the season. And that put the Mariners up 1-0 heading into the second inning. I think it's me, you, and one other silent person. What's up, Robert? Yeah, not everybody likes to get into the chat, but we just started here. I was messing with some rebranding here. I changed the name, if you guys didn't notice, to Seattle Mike's Sports Experience. Just because outside of MMA, I plan on pretty much covering Seattle sports. And it would be nice to get inside of the Seattle market. So hi, you threes, Robert. Are you guys into baseball at all, Robert and PBR? You're just here to support me, I think. I appreciate it. I got to say, baseball's definitely a lot more bearable now that they made the pitch count. So the pitcher can't take forever to throw their pitch. I think they have, was it 20 or 25 seconds to throw a pitch. So that's very nice that they can't hold onto the ball forever. Still says Mike Sports Experience on my end. Well, it might take a day or two to update. I know sometimes on some things YouTube does take a little while to update. All right, Gilbert coming up to the plate for the Mariners. Or coming up to the mound, excuse me. Well, like I said, it should switch in a day or two. All right, just 9 pitches to clean up the side for Gilbert in the first inning. He throws a strike, first pitch out on Christian Walker. Christian Walker, 262 for the season so far. 4 home runs, 17 RBIs. Top of the second here, Seattle Mariners leading 1-0. Gilbert with the pitch, and Walker fouls that one off. 0-2 count. Christian Walker 0-3 career-wise against Logan Gilbert. Just here, I used to be into baseball when I was younger in Cali. Been to a ton of Angels and Dodgers games, but that was many, many years ago. Now I can care less about baseball, just here to support. Well, thank you. I appreciate that, Robert. All right, 11 pitches, 0-2 the count, top of the second. Did he go? As a check swing, they're going to say he did not. So 1-2, that was high and to the outside. Christian Walker not going for it. He thought about it, but he did not go around. All right, here comes Gilbert's 13th pitch of the game, and that is low. He's got a little bit to play with here. Still on a 1-2 count. So 2-2 here. We're probably likely to see a strike there this season. 48% hard hit rate for Christian Walker. That's 10% above the major league average. And that is definitely hard hit to center field. Goodbye, baseball. That is a home run for the Arizona Diamondbacks in the first hit of Christian Walker's career over Gilbert, and he made it count. It's a 1-1 ball game.
Well, on a 2-2 count, he's going to get a fastball at 96 miles an hour.
It's not like I have a job or anything better to do. I want to support anything you do. Appreciate you, my man. Even taking time out of my niece's wedding to be in chat and watch the stream. Well, make sure and pay attention to people's weddings. I don't want to get you in trouble. But thank you for that. All right, Jock Peterson at the plate, batting 5th in the order for the Arizona Diamondbacks. .294 this season, 2 home runs, 5 RBIs, and that one high and outside from Gilbert. 1-1 is the count. That's a 98-mile-an-hour changeup from Gilbert. Couldn't keep it in the lines, though. 1-1. And there's a swing from Jock Peterson. Gilbert got him to chase that one. 1-2 is the count. Logan Gilbert very good at getting ahead of these batters and then making them reach for things. And there's a swing and a miss, and he strikes him out. Let's watch the slow-mo there. What a pitch. He just couldn't get a hold of it. It was there. He just couldn't judge the speed on it. That's something that Gilbert does. Believe I'm your number one family. True. Believe that. Number one fan. Well, thank you, Robert. All right, 18 pitches and danger at the plate. Eugenio Suarez, 228 on the season, 2 home runs, 16 RBIs, but he's done a lot more damage in the past against the Mariners and against the whole league. Off to a little slow start this season. Fouls that one off. So that's going to be 1-1 here on Suarez. Arizona Diamondbacks season high 14 strikeouts last night. That is that's kind of pitiful. I mean, hand it to the Mariners pitching, but anytime you strike out 14 times, it's not a good night. And the Mariners defeated the Diamondbacks last night 3-1 to extend their winning streak to 5. All right, the 2-1 pitch coming from Gilbert here. Right down the pipe, and he didn't swing it at 2-2. So that was a 92-mile-an-hour changeup. Eugenio Suarez, when he was with the Mariners, had 53 home runs, 183 RBIs between the 2022 and 23 season. 4 career seasons with 30-plus home runs. But that one's going to get brought in. That is caught in the outfield. 2 down. Here in the top of the second, a tie ball game. I'm drunk typing figures. I could delete my text, and I noticed I messed up. But that wouldn't be authentic to the drunken charge. I like it, Robert. All right, Corbin Carroll batting 7th in the lineup for the Arizona Diamondbacks. Just 196 average on the season, 1 home runs and 5 RBIs. And that's a strike from Gilbert, 0-1. It's 24 pitches for him, 2 outs in the top of the second. And that's high and outside. 1-1. Corbin Carroll 0 for 3 versus Logan Gilbert in his career. I want the world to see him drunk and proud. Oh, we all got to have a hobby, I guess. And that one's popped up. Not going to be able to get to it. That's in the crowd. So, nope, bounce back out. Should have thrown that to a kid. Corbin Carroll, 2023 National League Rookie of the Year. Led Arizona in hits, runs, and steals last season. 1-2 count here against Gilbert. Plus, you gotta admit, the typos makes the tax funnier. All right, the pitch, and that is high and outside, 2-2. Gilbert trying to get him to chase a little bit. Corbin off to a bit of a slow start after an incredible season in his rookie year last year. Batting just 196. We'll see if the sophomore slump will affect him this year, if it's just off to a little slow start. And that's a strike. Gilbert catches him swinging, and the Mariners will go up into the top of the second, tied with the Diamondbacks 1-1. All right, a quick commercial break there. No commercials here because this is a non-monetized channel, but it is an independent YouTube channel, not owned by any corpocracies out there, any American oligarchies. As I've mentioned on Fights with Friends, there's a lot of companies, corporations out there trying to buy independent YouTube channels, trying to buy independent YouTubers for that matter. So make sure that your YouTuber that you follow, if you follow anybody else, that they're still independent, and support them. So 1-1 here going into the top of the second. Mariners will be back on the field. Back at the plate. How about my Eagles draft the entire internet sports analysis? They're calling it possibly the best team in the NFL next season. How he was making big moves during the draft. Yeah, you guys had an excellent draft. I don't know that I'm real happy with my Mariners draft. I would probably rate it like a C. But it is what it is. You never know until you see the production on the field. Mitch Garver, batting for the Mariners here, 5th in the order. He is just 151 batting this season, but 2 home runs and 5 RBIs. As I mentioned earlier, Mariners have hit home runs in 6 of their last 7 games on this 5-run win streak. 0-2 to Mitch Garver. Pfaadt catches him swinging on the outside. Took just 3 pitches to get Garver out of there as we go to the 6th in the lineup. Seahawks, mount. All right. Yes, sorry, Seahawks. Seahawks draft is probably, I would probably rate it about a C. All right, Mariners, Luke Raley up now. He fouls that one off hard. Batting 6 in the order. 204 on the season, 3 RBIs. One of the few Mariners without a home run so far this season. Let's see if he can fix that right now. And that one's on the inside corner. They're going to say that's a strike, catch some look, and that might be a bit of a generous strike zone there from the ump, but 0-2. Raley giving a little smile to that. He is 1 for 1 in his career versus Brandon Pfaadt. But he misses there. And 6 pitches, 2 batters down for the Mariners after giving up that early home run. Pfaadt is on. He is in the zone now against the Mariners. Just the first batter, I said he gave up that first home run to Rojas. Since then, he has been fired. There's a 93-mile-an-hour changeup. Goes up 0-1 first pitch. Jonathan Clace at the bat. Jonathan Clace. Interesting name. Never heard that name, I don't think. All right, he's 208 on the season with 3 RBIs. That one on the inside corner. That's going to be a ball. 1-2. Just misses the inside corner. I guess the cornerback we picked up in round 1, they call him the Flying Frenchman. It's one of the best CBs in college. Oh, wow. And there's a hit from Clace. He finds an open spot in right field, and he is on base with 2 outs. Unfortunately for the Mariners, we're in the bottom of the lineup, but hey, get a few hits here on two runs. Wouldn't be the first 2-run rally we'd had, or 2-out rally. You know, if he is what everyone is saying about him. He's good, man. He's a good cornerback. It's hard to say how they're going to play once they get to the NFL. But, yeah, he's a good quarterback. All right, CB Zavala up next for the Mariners. Just a 158 on the season. 1 RBI for him. A very good pitching team this year for the Mariners. The batters, it's about half there. We got some really good guys, and we got some really green guys. 0-2 on Zavala. He was 3 for 4 with a double, an RBI, and 2 runs. Game 2 against the Rockies on April 21st. That was his best performance of the year. And that one's way outside from Pfaadt. And there's a steal. Getting to second. Wow, he caught Pfaadt sleeping on that one. Yeah, just lost it in the dirt. They lost it in the dirt, and he is able to get to second base easily. Jonathan Clace with the steal there. 1-2 the pitch to CB Zavala, and he's going to foul that one off. 1-2 count for number 33. 30 pitches to count for Brandon Pfaadt. Yeah, I think he will be a very good cornerback in college, Robert. I think that's a very, very good pickup for you guys. There is the pitch, high and inside, 2-2 on Zavala. I mean, a walk wouldn't be a bad thing right here, but when you already got 2 strikes on you, that's not the easiest thing. Last 2 games with runners in scoring position, Mariners 2 for 3, Diamondbacks 0 for 7. And he catches him looking, and that's going to be the end of the second. Going into the top of the 3rd inning, Diamondbacks up to the plate. Tied here 1-1 in Seattle. All right, anybody, hit that like button if you haven't. Looks like people have it. Hit that share button, please. Let's let people know that we're doing Seattle sports here. 4 thumbs up, so I can see some people at least came in, gave me a like. So appreciate that. I'll share this over on the old Twitter. I don't know why it keeps having me log in every flipping time I use Twitter recently, but guess it's better than a hacked account. Thank you, Robert. Appreciate the share. And Tucker Barnhart at the plate for Arizona. He fouls that one off 0-1. Pitch to the plate, high and outside. Oh no. They're going to say he caught the edge of the plate there. 0-2. Logan Gilbert maybe getting a little bit of the benefit of the doubt there. I think the ump's probably got a better angle than I do, though, even on TV. That one's definitely high and outside. 1-2. 94-mile-an-hour changeup from Gilbert. That one might have got away from him a little bit. And struck him out. Struck him out swinging. That is 1 out in the top of the third. Still tied 1-1 here. Mariners and Diamondbacks. And that one fouled out of bounds. And that's a pop-up from Kevin Newman. That is caught. At the gate, 2 outs for the Diamondbacks. Post on Fights Friends Facebook group as well. Thank you. Yeah, I put it on Facebook. I thought I shared it on the Fights with Friends group too, but I may not have. So thank you. All right, top of the third, 2 outs. Jake McCarthy, 9th in the batting order here for the Diamondbacks. They're looking to get to that front of the lineup. 310 this season, 7 RBIs. Actually, I'm sorry, I believe that is the top of the lineup, Jake McCarthy. Six-game hitting streak for McCarthy coming into this game. 1-1. 37th pitch from Gilbert. That's a swing and a miss. 1 and 2 on McCarthy. He's hit safely in 9 of the last 10 games he's played in. That is not a guy you want to take lightly. Mariners ERA ranks bullpen first in the league, overall third in the league, 7th for starters with a 3.47 ERA for starters, 3.11 overall, 2.44 ERA coming out of that bullpen. And 1 and 2 the count to Jake McCarthy. And he fouls that one off. Five seconds on the clock for Gilbert to throw the pitch. 3, 2, almost violated the pitch count there. 1 and 2. There's 40 pitches from Jake so far here in the third. Not a bad rate. And that one fouls off. That one looked like it was going to be a hit, but it just barely skips foul. And the count still at 1 and 2. Diamondbacks just 1 run last night. They have 1 already tonight. And he catches McCarthy swinging. And Gilbert puts away the side. He's given up just 1 hit so far, but it was a big one. It was a home run. And the Mariners tied with the Diamondbacks still 1-1 going into the 4th. Seattle-like weather today. Rain forecasted, not raining currently, but an 80% chance of rain. 54 degrees and cloudy. That is the projected high for the day, a low of 43. And it's expected to start raining here in about 15 minutes. And expected to continue raining till about 6 tomorrow morning. What's the weather like there, Rob? Is it cold as shit there? What's going on, Seth? Go D-backs. Oh, no D-backs fan. No, I'm just kidding, Seth. Thank you for coming in. Appreciate it, brother. Who's your favorite player, man? Who's your favorite player, Seth? No, I've definitely found myself rooting for the Diamondbacks a few times when you guys had Randy Johnson over there. Of course, he used to pitch for us, went over there. Couldn't win a series here, but he won for you guys. So I was happy for him there. I liked watching him and Curt Schilling. Man, that was a heck of a pitching duo. 1-1 here in the bottom of the third. I put 4th. It's still the third because it's the bottom of the third. Getting ahead of myself. Leo Rivas at the bat, making Major League debut today. The 999th player in Mariners history, Leo Rivas. Aaron Judge. Oh, Aaron Judge is a stud, man. All right, Leo Rivas batted .308, 2 home runs, and 11 RBIs this season with Tacoma, and he gets a hold of that one, and that hits the warning track. We thought it was out of there. He is rounding second. And that's going to be a triple. Leo Rivas showing he's got some wheels. First Major League hit of his career. Dude comes to the plate, and he wastes no time making an impact with a triple off the right field fence. Now today is the first day, hit 71 degrees, so pretty warm. First nice day of the spring. Seth, I know you're warm over there in Arizona. All right, first pitch to a new batter, Josh Rojas, top of the lineup. He hit a home run his first time up. 0-1 is the count. And he takes a giant whiff at that one, 2 strikes. Brandon Pfaadt for Arizona, he has been fire since giving up that home run to the first batter, which was Josh Rojas, and they're going to say he did not go around. I thought he might have. 6 career leadoff home run, his second of this series. 1-2, 1 on, man on third, no outs. The 1-2 pitch to Rojas. And 88-mile-an-hour changeup, low and outside. 2-2 is the count. And Gilbert using that pitch count. Throws it. That one's fouled off by Rojas. Still 2-2. That was the 40th pitch of the night for Pfaadt. Both pitchers, it's been quite the pitching duel outside of 2 solo home runs. Oh, and that's going to be a walk. Did anybody get what the call was there? I didn't see him hit.
So a triple and an error on Barnhart.
Now it's going to be an error on Barnhart. So 1-1. Julio Rodriguez, last year's star of the Seattle Mariners, up with 2 on, no outs. And he swings for the fences on that one and strikes. 0-1 on Julio Rodriguez. He grounded out in the first. .274 this season. Just 1 home run and 10 RBIs. Off to a little slower start this year than last year. And he hits that one down the middle. That one's going to find a spot. And a run's going to score. 2-1 Seattle Mariners. Started out with a rookie triple. Now he just scored the first run of his career. What a start. All right, bottom of the third, Mariners up 2-1, 2 on. It'll be Jorge Polanco, third in the order, and he takes a ball on the outside. Struck out in the first, but 2 on and 0 out. Men on first and second for the Mariners. And he takes a big whiff and a miss at that one. New York, East Coast vibes. Is it cold as shit over there, man? First nice day of spring. Welcome, Seth. Yes, cheers. New York, East Coast vibes. Massachusetts, yes. 5-10 minutes from New Hampshire border. Awesome. I got to make it over to the East Coast and visit. I've been friends with Robert for a really long time, Seth. So there's I got another channel called Fights with Friends that I've been running for a long time. It's all like mixed martial arts stuff. And these guys that are in here have been in and out. PBR Street Gang, Drunken Charge, are loyal from my other channel, Fights with Friends. So I've known them for literally years, like over 5 years, both of them. All right, 2-2 the count here on Polanco. And that's low and outside, 3-2. Brandon Pfaadt 1 pitch away from walking the bases loaded. And he grounds that one. Can't get the double play, though. He looked, but he gets the man at first. And that moves the batters to second and third. Let's watch this. Yeah, he wanted to throw to second base, but the second baseman was not in position yet. So a possible missed double play there. And watching the slow-mo here, Jorge Polanco was pretty dang close to beating that throw. So scoring decision is a fielder's choice. That will not count against Polanco's batting average, I don't believe. All right, 3 up in the chat. Hit that like button. Share with your friends if you like sports. We're going to be doing baseball, football, basketball. Even before we get my Sonics back, I'm chanting them back. Bases loaded here. And no outs for the Seattle Mariners, leaving 2-1. And here comes Ty France. The clean-up hitter, the 4th spot. And that's a strike right down the plate. I'm kind of surprised Ty didn't swing at that. 256 on the season, 2 home runs and 8 RBIs. He's got both those home runs, though, I believe, in this series. 0-1, and he gets a hold of that one. What a catch! And Rojas unable to tag up, and not even long enough for a sacrifice. No score, 1 out. See, he's playing around in no man's land because he doesn't know if that's going to be caught or not. Once it is, he has to tag back up, and he is not able to get home in time. Shallow fly ball there. Just not enough for the sack. All right, bases are still loaded for Mitch Garver. Batting 5th, 1 out, and that is high and outside. Mitch Garver struck out in the 2nd. Just 149 for the season, but 2 home runs and 5 RBIs. And that one might have caught the outside plate. Yes, it did. 1-1. $52 pitches so far for Pfaadt. Home runs in 2 of last 3 games at T-Mobile Park for Mitch Garver. 2-1. Everybody, just about everybody, got hot on this current 5-game win streak for the Mariners. 2-1 pitch here to Mitch Garver. Oh, and they're going to say he caught the plate. It was right there. Maybe a little bit of a benefit of the doubt from the ump there. So 2-2 is the count on Garver. Bases loaded, 1 out in the bottom of the 3rd. Feel free to keep the conversation going on in the chat. The pitch, and he grounds out. The throw to second and a first, double play. And Brandon Pfaadt and the Diamondbacks work their way out of a kerfuffle here. I think lucky to only give up one run. The Mariners had the bases loaded with no outs. And they get just one run, 2-1 Mariners heading into the top of the fourth. Logan Gilbert been on absolute fire this year. ERA under, I believe, under 2. So let's head over to DraftKings and see if we can get it. Let's get us some live odds on this game. I almost went to the casino today instead of streaming this. And nothing against you guys being in here, being that I only have 2 people though. I kind of wish I would have went. But maybe we'll get some more as this goes along. Because I love betting live baseball. Like, that's been my most successful venture in sports gambling by far. So see right now the Mariners minus 330. So big favorites right now, but you know what? One team goes up in baseball early, and a lot of times you can get great odds and bet on a better team just because they happen to go down early. You know, doesn't mean they're going to lose. Same thing here with the Diamondbacks. If you're looking at betting on the Diamondbacks, Seth, if you're still in here, plus 250. Plus 250, or you can take a 1.5 at minus 130. All right, Lourdes Gurriel Jr. up for Arizona. Struck out in the first. 1-0, and that one right down the pipe. Looks like a strike, 1-1. Odds move a lot in a live baseball game, like from strikeout to a walk to, I mean, there are so many things that make the odds move violently in baseball. And Gurriel hits it straight to first base, and that is an out, 1 out here in the top of the fourth. All right, 1 out, 2-1 Mariners. Batting third in the lineup, Ketel Marte coming up to the plate. .45 pitches for Gilbert so far. That's a 92-mile-an-hour changeup on the outside of the plate. 0-1. So many batters don't take that first pitch. Jay Buhner used to be really good at that. He had a lot of home runs on first pitches. .306 average, 5 home runs and 14 RBIs for Ketel Marte on the season. So he is a dangerous batter. Gilbert gets in to foul that one off, though. 0-2. Ketel just 1 for 8 this series. So I mentioned Mariners, some of the best pitching in baseball right now. Number 1 ERA as far as bullpens with a 2.44. And that one's high and outside from Gilbert, 1-2. As Gilbert nearing that halfway point of triple digits, 48 pitches thrown. And did he swing? Did he go? They're going to say he did not. 2-2. Ketel 0 for 1 today. 50th pitch of the game. 2-2 here for Gilbert. And Marte fouls it off. It'll stay 2-2. If you're wanting to watch along for Seattle Networks, this is on Root Sports. In Arizona, I'm not sure where it is there. I'm sure there's probably other channels playing it. And he gets him swinging. Ketel Marte strikes out Gilbert with another K. 51 pitches through 4 innings. Seattle Mariners in the lead, 2-1, going into the bottom of the 4th. What a performance so far from Gilbert. 7 strikeouts. Oh, excuse me, that's just 2 outs. Christian Walker up. That one's a high and inside, 1-0 count. I jumped the gun there. All right, Sean Gilbert, 1-0 count here. 52 pitches on the night. 2 outs, nobody on for the Arizona Diamondbacks. Walker with a solo home run, his first at bat in the game. Fouls that one off for 1-1 count. 269, 5 home runs, 18 RBIs on the season for Christian Walker. We'll see how big his home run from earlier tonight ends up being. And they're going to say that one was a bit high. 2-1. Walker thought about swinging it, but did not break the plane. And the pitch, and that one's fouled off. 2-2 to Christian Walker. 87-mile-an-hour curveball there from Gilbert. Credit to Walker to get a bat on it. So nobody on for Christian Walker. He didn't care last time he was up. He said, I don't care if there's anybody on. I'm just going to hit it right over the center field fence. Let's see if he can do that again. Oh, and Gilbert hits him. That went too far inside, and he caught him. He caught him on the shoulder or the hand. Let's watch the replay on that. Gilbert he almost gets out of the way, but he catches it on the hand. So that's a rare walk for Gilbert. Mariners are going to challenge it, saying actually that it hit the bat and not the hand. It did. It looks like it did. It looks like it hit the bottom of the bat. Yeah, that's definitely the bottom of the bat. Mariners should win this challenge. I mean, in full speed, that really looks like he got hit. Once you slow it down, though, you see it hits the bottom of the bat. We'll see what the decision on this challenge is. I don't know how many challenges you get in baseball now, what the limit is. I'm a little surprised that the Mariners are wasting a challenge on this. I mean, 2 outs. Is it really that big a deal to put him on first and to walk him? I don't know. And they're taking a minute to talk about this one. Definitely hit the bottom of the bat. Might have caught a pinky too, though. So I don't know what the exact rule is on that. If it hits part of the bat. All right, and it is overturned. That is a foul ball. And now they're arguing with the ump. He's saying, well, how is this a foul ball? It went fair. Yeah, I'm saying there's just nothing they can do right now. You can't go back and replay where the ball hit. I mean, most likely he would have been thrown out, but the best they can do is it's 3-2 here. And the live odds over on DraftKings, Mariners minus 395, Arizona Diamondbacks plus 280. 55 pitches so far for Gilbert. Christian Walker 1 for 1 with that solo home run in the first. And here is the 2-2 pitch. And Walker gets a hold of that one. And almost another home run off the fence. So maybe we should have just taken the walk. Like I said before, I said, is it really that big of a deal to take the walk to challenge over? Now Walker gets the double. Beautiful swing there, though, from Walker. 4 for 9 this series. That's like the old school Ken Griffey swing. Underneath, almost looks like he's hitting a golf ball. 57 pitches for Gilbert, and now he has a man on second with 2 outs. Jock Peterson back at the plate. Struck out in the second. Christian Walker, 2 for 2 tonight, a home run and a double. And Peterson gets a hold of that one to the warning track, but it is caught. And that will retire the side. That was a bit hairy for a moment, though. Going into the bottom of the fourth. Mariners 2, Diamondbacks 1. And just about an hour into this game, and we are, just under that halfway point. So this game going fairly quickly for a game of baseball. I would say looking at about 2 hours and 15 minutes, maybe 2.5 hours. Not bad, though. Let's go around the league and see what other teams are doing. Yankees and Brewers in the top of the ninth. 1 out. Really doesn't matter much. I don't think. Yankees are leading 15-5. What an offensive outputting by the Yankees today. Astros up 4-2 on the Rockies in the top of the fifth with 2 outs. Giants leading the Pirates 3-0, top of the fifth. Twins leading the Angels 3-0, also top of the fifth. On the end of the fourth, your Phillies, Philadelphia Phillies. Robert leading the San Diego Padres 4-3. Earlier, the Atlanta Braves defeated the Washington Guardians 4-3, final in the 10th inning. Oakland Athletics in our division and Seattle's division defeated the Baltimore Orioles 7-6. Toronto Blue Jays defeated the Los Angeles Dodgers 3-1. Detroit Tigers over the Kansas City Royals 4-1. And we are back. Luke Raley batting 6th in the order for the Mariners. Struck out in the second. He takes the first pitch 1-0. And that one looks like it's low and inside on Luke. So 2-0. Luke batting 200 for the season with 3 RBIs. And he swings at that one on the inside. 2-1. He bailed Brandon Pfaadt out on that one. That was not going to be a strike. It's actually pretty far inside. And there's a strike, but he swings at it. Ground out, 1 out. Bottom of the 4th. Continuing around the league, last couple of games here, the New York Mets defeated the St. Louis Cardinals 4-2. Washington Nationals defeated the Florida Marlins 12-9. Chicago White Sox over the Tampa Bay Devil Rays 4-2. Texas Rangers over the Chicago Cubs 4-3. And I'm not happy about that. Two teams in our Division 1. We're trying to gain some games here. Jonathan Clace at bat. He singled in the second. 1-for-1. Takes the first pitch for a strike. 0-1. And Pfaadt with the second pitch. That is high and outside. 1-1. 91 miles an hour on that changeup, but he lost a little control of it. Be right back. Need to make a phone call. All right. Thank you, Robert. Thanks for coming back. And did he go? They're going to say he did. Jonathan Clace taking the 1-2 count here. He sit safely in 5 of his first 9 Major League Baseball games. We got a lot of people coming up from the farm leagues this year. A lot of good players from Tacoma, from here in Everett. But that is a strike for Pfaadt. Catches him looking. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. All right, most whiffs on the 4-seam fastball. Major League Baseball singles games. Last 2 seasons, George Kirby with 18. Last night versus the Diamondbacks, second best performance in the last 2 years by a pitcher. CB Zavala, 8th in the order, fouls off the first pitch. He's 0-for-1 today, struck out in the second. And Zavala takes a hack at that one, 0-2. Just 150 on the season, 1 RBI. He's not really in for his batting prowess. He's in here more for his fielding. And that one's way outside. Zavala held up on that one, 1-2. 66 pitches for Brandon Pfaadt so far, bottom of the 4th. 2 outs, Zavala up, no one on. And there's the pitch, and he catches him swinging. Another strikeout for Brandon Pfaadt, and he retires the Mariners 1-2-3. 2-1 Seattle Mariners heading into the top of the 5th. I am back. Thank you, Robert. I never doubted you would be. All right, coming into the top of the 5th inning. Let's look at the standings here. Seattle Mariners 1 game ahead. They are actually leading the division thanks to a 5-game win streak. 8-2 in their last 10. They are 1 game ahead of the Texas Rangers, who also won today. 4 games ahead of the 3rd place Oakland A's, who won today as well. So pressure on the Mariners to get it done here. Arizona Diamondbacks, they are 4th out of 5 in their division. Los Angeles Dodgers leading that division with an 18-12 record. Arizona already back 5 games from them, 12-16, early in the season, but you don't want to go down too far early. And for the Mariners, you don't want to get too cocky early. Yeah, you're leading the division now by 1 game. It's not even 30 games into the season. All right, Logan Gilbert throws that one. It's a ground out. Eugenio Suarez with the ground out. And 1 out here in the top of the 5th for the Arizona Diamondbacks. Text my little bro and told him about the channel, how you rebranded. He said he would check it out. Thank you. Appreciate it, Robert. It's going to definitely going to need some help, I think, on this channel. All right, Corbin Carroll batting 7th in the order, and that's a ding. Oh, how did he catch that? Almost had 2 players run into each other there. That looked like a blooper that was going to fall in center field, but 76 with a beautiful snatch. Yeah, Polanco veers off from running into a teammate and still able to bring the ball in. Beautiful move there from Polanco. And that's 2 outs for the Diamondbacks. Tucker Barnhart up next, 8th in the order. He struck out in the 3rd, 0 for 1 today, 1-0 pitch right there. And Gilbert outside with that one, 2-0 on the 95-mile-an-hour changeup. Barnhart batting 200 this season. And that's going to be a strike. Nice slider there from Gilbert. Mariners 26-15 all time versus the Arizona Diamondbacks. They tacked a few onto that this series, looking to sweep the 3-game series with a win tonight. But Gilbert putting the 3-1 count on Tucker Barnhart here, 65 pitches in. And Barnhart fouls that one off. Full count, 3-2. So Gilbert's got to throw a strike. Barnhart knows it. Does he swing and hope Gilbert's out of the, out of range? How good is his eye? I'm not sure. And there's the pitch, and that is a ball outside of the strike zone. And Gilbert walks him. First official walk here for Gilbert. So a man on first with 2 outs for Arizona. And that'll bring Kevin Newman to the plate. He popped out in the 3rd. .182 average on the year, but 8 RBIs and 2 home runs. He gets a hold of that one. Couldn't keep it in bounds, 0-2. 69 pitches to count on Gilbert. I imagine they'll probably let him go around the 80, in between 80 and 90 count. They might let him get to 90. But Mariners have, like I said, the lowest ERA for a bullpen in the league. And that's a wild pitch from Gilbert. And the Diamondbacks move up to second. With with 2 outs. Tucker Barnhart running up to second on the wild pitch. 0-1. And he grounds it, and that's going to be an out to first, and that'll retire the side. Little scare there for the Mariners. But heading into the top of the 6th, Seattle Mariners 2, Arizona Diamondbacks 1. Or excuse me, bottom of the 5th. Yeah, no, I appreciate that, Robert. Tell him I'm down to come on the channel anytime, brother. Just don't judge me on the first stream of a rebranded channel. Because this one's not going so hot. I'm hoping a few years from now I'll laugh about this. When we have hundreds, hopefully thousands of people in the chat. I know I didn't stream for over a week, so that really can hurt your numbers. So look when the last time was that I did stream. Was it really 3 weeks ago? Ouch, yeah, I screwed up. Yeah, 3 weeks ago. All right, we'll do what we can do. All right, Leo Rivas up batting 9th in the order. Of course, he had a home run last night, a triple in the 3rd of this inning. Or excuse me, that was his first major league hit. A different guy, Leo Rivas. First game in the majors, already a triple and a run. 665 career minor league games for Leo Rivas. That's a lot. That's a lot of minor league. I don't know. I wonder how old he is. Making the best so far of his call up though. 2-1 is the count. He doesn't look very old. And the pitch inside. 3-1 on Rivas. No outs here in the bottom of the 5th. There we go. Rivas, 26 years old from Maracay, Venezuela. 5'10", 150 pounds. And a swing and a miss on that one, and that's going to be a full count. 3-2. The count for Brandon Pfaadt on Leo Rivas. Just 2 bats in Major League Baseball, his first game, and he's already causing problems for the opposing team. Oh, and they're going to say that's a strike. I think Pfaadt got a little bit of benefit of the doubt there because he was pitching on a rookie. I would say that's a ball and a walk, but it's very close. That day comes, and I believe it will. I'll be proud to know I was here from practically the inception of the channel. Thank you, Robert. All right, Julio Rodriguez, the star of last season, up to bat. Mariners 2 times through the order now. And Rodriguez takes that ball high and outside. 1-1, the count on Rodriguez. 1 out. And they're going to say that one caught the outside corner. This ump seems to have a pretty big strike zone. As long as he's consistent with it, I mean, I guess I'm okay. But you got to get used to certain. Oh no, they did call that a ball. 2-1. Excuse me. And that one, yeah, that one I don't think was a strike either. But 2-2. That one fouled off. Josh Rojas 2-2, 1-for-1 today. Oh! And he might have injured himself on that swing. What happened there? Well, oh, he hit the ball off his foot. So not hit by a pitch, but he hit the ball off his foot. Oh, and he hit it hard. So he's going to do the stretch in the feet and everything he can to try to get back up to base. Man, you really got to hope that Rojas isn't seriously injured here. A baseball can definitely break a bone in the foot. Oh, man, he is jumping up and down. He is really, that really stung. 79 pitches for Pfaadt on the day. Josh Rojas 1-for-1 so far. The 2-2 pitch. And he gets a hold of that one. It is going, and it's caught. At the warning track. It looked like it had a lot of steam, but it didn't quite have the height. So 80 pitches for Pfaadt, and Rosas fouls out on that one. 2 outs, bottom of the 5th, and now here's Julio Rodriguez. I jumped the gun on that one. Julio, second in the order. 1-for-2 today, had an RBI single in the 3rd. Takes the first ball inside, almost got beamed there. 280 average this season, 11 RBIs and a homer. And that one's going to catch the outside plate, 2-0. Rodriguez, he's young, but he's already got that veteran eye for these pitches. He's very, very good at getting on base. But he hits that one. That's going to ground out. And that'll retire the side for the Mariners. Heading into the top of the 6th, it's the Seattle Mariners 2, Arizona Diamondbacks 1. All right, 6th inning coming up. Let's take a look around the league, see what's going on right now. All right, Astros leading the Rockies going into the top of the 7th, 4-2. Bottom of the 6th, Giants leading the Pirates still 3-1 though. Pirates on the board. Twins up just by 1 on the Angels, 5-4 in the bottom of the 5th. And the Phillies lead the Padres 6-3. Top of the 6th. So all other games are finished for today. That's crazy. It's 2:30 in the afternoon. And most of the games for the day are finished. So some early games here on Sunday. All right, top of the 6 for Gilbert. It's Jake McCarthy. Top of the food chain here for the Diamondbacks. And they've now officially gone 2 times through the order. 0-1. And Gilbert finds the corner on that one, 0-2. Didn't even get a swing, not even a check swing from Jake McCarthy on that one. He just took it. And that's low and outside, 1-2. Jake McCarthy 0 for 2 today, fly out and a strikeout. Gilbert about to throw his 75th pitch of the game. I imagine this could be the last inning for him, depending on how many pitches it takes him. 96-mile-an-hour changeup. That got way away from him, 2-2. Gilbert's still pretty accurate overall, though. I don't see any reason to pull him out at the moment. And there's the pitch and a swing, and he strikes him out. Another K for Gilbert. And this duo back-to-back of Kirby and Gilbert, that could win a lot of series this year for the Seattle Mariners if their bats can stay hot. All right, Lourdes Gurriel up next. Second in the order. He fouls that one off, 0 for 1. Or 0-1. 5 home runs, 22 RBIs for Gurriel on the season. Oh, and he just fooled him with that changeup. He swung way early. Look at the look on Gurriel. That was a good one, man. You could see the look on his face. He's like, I did not see that coming. All right, 0-2 count here for Gurriel. Oh, and Gilbert throws that one. That one could have been a strike. That was close. That was a beautiful slider. Gurriel didn't take a hack at it. And he's lucky that was a ball, because that could have easily been a strikeout. 1 out for Arizona here in the top of the 6. Whoa, and that one's very high. No doubt about that one. He's lucky there wasn't anybody on base. That one got a hold away from him. 2-2, and that was the 80th pitch for Gurriel. All right. Excuse me, 80th pitch from Gilbert to Gurriel. And Gurriel, what a catch! That was a line drive straight to number 4, and that reaction time had to be lightning fast, and he got it. That was a bullet. 2 outs for Arizona. Ketel Marte at the plate, batting third in the order. 92-mile-an-hour changeup. And that is a strike to Marte. Gilbert going up in the count early. 2 outs, nobody on, top of the 6. Marte batting .304 on the season with 14 RBIs and 5 home runs. And he pops that one up. That one's going to be easily caught, though, to retire the side. And the Mariners will go up in the bottom of the 6. 2-1 Seattle Mariners. All right, I'm going to take a quick restroom break, guys. I'll be right back. I'll be right back, Robert. And PBR. right, here we go. Top of the sixth. First pitch from Pfaadt. And that is fouled away from Jorge Polanco, batting third in the order. 0-1 to Polanco. 84 pitches so far from Brandon Pfaadt tonight. No signs of slowing down from him either. 1-1 to Polanco. Oh, and that's way outside. Jorge loses control, or excuse me, Pfaadt loses control of that one. 2-1. At 86 pitches, this might be the last inning for Pfaadt. Polanco fouls that one off, 2-2. ERA first two games of the series. Starters for Arizona, 3.27. 9 ERA for the bullpen. Seattle just 0.69. An anemic ERA and 1.80 from the bullpen. That one way inside on Polanco, 3-2. So Polanco free to swing here. He's 1 for 2 for the night. Can he do something here? And he takes a swing, but he strikes out. And Pfaadt, that was nowhere near the strike zone either. That would have been a walk if he wouldn't have swung at that. But when you're 3-2, you don't take pitches. You don't take a pitch unless you really think it's a ball when you got 2 strikes. All right, next in the order, batting cleanup, Ty France. 4th in the order, and it looks like that's going to be a strike. First pitch from Pfaadt, and it is. A strikeout and a pop-up so far for Ty France. 253 on the season with 8 RBIs and 2 home runs. Both of those home runs coming in this series. That's a ball. 1-1 on Pfaadt. Pfaadt with the pitch. And France got a hold of that one, but he fouls it off. 1-2. So Brandon Pfaadt way ahead in the count here. We'll see what he lobs up there for France. Go, go Mariners! Thank you, PBR. And that's 2 outs. 93 pitches for Brandon Pfaadt. Like I said, this probably is his last inning, but what an outing for him. Mitch Garver at the plate for the Mariners, batting 5th. Fouls that one off. Arizona doesn't have as much confidence in their bullpen as the Mariners do, and for good reason. Their ERA is a 9 for this series, which is absolutely horrific. And Garver takes a swing and a miss on that one. 0-2. Mitch Garver, normally an output machine, off to a slow start this season, and he swings and strikes out on that one. And that was a quick inning. The 6th is over, heading into the 7th. Thank you, PBR. Go, go Mariners. All right, 2-1. I think I'm going to have to figure out how to get on some Seattle radio shows, Robert. That gave me the idea. It was good to go on your brother's show. I really didn't have the idea to go on radio shows, so I think I'm going to try another one after that. And try some more. And it was fun. I'm pretty comfortable talking. I mean, you only have an hour to fill and then commercials on top of it. Like, that's pretty easy for me. All right. right. Astros and Rockies still playing 4-2. Astros leading the Rockies 4-2 in top of the 8th. Giants still leading the Pirates with 1 out in the top of the 7th, 3-1. Twins, 1 run ahead of the Angels, 5-4. Go Twins. Angels run our division. And your Philadelphia Phillies busting open that lead on the Padres, 6-3, Robert. All right, top of the 7th for the Seattle Mariners. Gilbert still in there, 83 pitches, probably be his last inning. All right, Christian Walker at bat in 4th inning. The replay official is not able to call outs that wouldn't have happened. Says the replay official is prohibited from calling outs that did not occur because the defense failed to throw the ball to first place. The replay official could not react. Arizona Diamondbacks, 4th inning, the replay to the top of the 8th. Giants still leading the Pirates with 1 out. All right, Christian Walker up. Twins. 0-2 on Christian Walker, 85 pitches so far from Gilbert. And that one's low. Catcher had to work to get on top of that one. All right, Christian Walker, 276, 5 home runs and 18 RBIs. He's got one of those home runs today. And he fights his way to a 2-2 count, 87 pitches. The count now for Gilbert. And here comes pitch number 88. And that's a swing and a miss. Gilbert strikes him out. Afro Man just released Before I Got High remix called Hunter Got High. It's a parody about President Biden's son Hunter. Oh my God, that's hilarious. I'll have to check that out, Robert. All right, 1 out, top of the 7th. Just heard it, couldn't stop laughing. And that pitch is low and outside. No, they're going to say that found the strike zone. I've said that this is a wide strike zone all day. They've been calling it for Arizona. They're calling it for Seattle. So, Jock Peterson 0 for 2 today, and that one's low, 1-1. 283 batting average on the season, 5 RBIs, 2 home runs for Jock Peterson. And he swings at that one. He's golfing down there. Gilbert threw that way down there for him, and he's still reaching for it. 1-2. And we should see the bullpens probably for maybe for both teams after the top of the 7th come in. That one's outside. So full count here. Actually, 2-2 to Jock Peterson. 93rd pitch of the ball game for Gilbert. And that's going to be a hit for Jock Peterson off the glove of the first baseman. And he gets the second. He's got some wheels. Just off the glove of Ty France. 3 hits today for Arizona, but all for extra bases. Ty France just a fingertip away from fielding that one for an out. Ends up being a double as it gets caught up on the fence. And 1 out, a runner on second in the top of the 7th for the Diamondbacks, and former Mariner Eugenio Suarez at the plate. 0 for 2 today, a fly out and a ground out. And he takes a hack at that one. He's going to dislocate a shoulder swinging like that. That's a miss, 0-1. He had a lot of home runs in the 2 seasons he was here in Seattle. And there's a high floater. That's a ball from Gilbert. 1-1 the count. And that's 95 pitches for Gilbert. Honestly, I'm a little surprised they've got him let him go this far. We don't really have a lot of 100-pitch games in 2024. Even fewer complete games, of course. That's 96 pitches, 2-1 on Suarez. Runner on second, just 1 out for Arizona, who trails by 1. And Suarez gets a hold of that one deep, and it hits the fence. And that's going to score a run, and we got a tie ball game. A double over the head of the outfielder and off the fence. Here for Eugenio Suarez, getting a little revenge against his former team. And that's almost caught. Just off the top of the glove, and Gilbert will come out of the game. Logan Gilbert, heck of a game, 97 pitches. Just 2 runs given up, but it's a 2-2 ball game, and we got to bring in this bullpen. And updates from around the league. Astros tack on a run, 5-2, top of the 8th. Giants still leading the Padres 3-1 in the bottom of the 7th. Twins and Angels still a run apart, 5-4 going in the top of the 7th. And in the top of the 7th, the Phillies leading the Padres 6-3. Now, for the Mariners, as I mentioned in the standings, they are up by 1 game. But Texas is just 1 game behind them. Texas won today. Oakland also won today, who was down by 4. So a big game here for the Seattle Mariners. They would hold just a half-game lead over the Texas Rangers if they were to give this game away. Certainly a pitcher's duel here. And the time, just about, we started at 1:10. We're an hour and 45, 50 minutes in, and we're already in the 7th. So this is a fairly short ball game. And here comes the bullpen. It's going to be Spire for the Mariners. Spire's pitched 10 innings, 15 strikeouts, 1 earned run, and 2 walks this season. That one high and inside, 1-1. the count on Corbin Carroll. Carroll batting 7th in the order against the fresh Spire, who throws to second base. Keeping the runners honest. Corbin Carroll, 5 RBIs, 1 home run on the season. He gets a hold of that one that fouls it off. 1-2. 93-mile-an-hour changeup there from Spire. And here's the pitch from Spire down the middle. Carroll pops it up. That should be an out and not enough time to tag up. So 2 outs, 1 on for the Arizona Diamondbacks in this tie ball game, 2-2. Arizona already has a run on this inning that will be attributed to Gilbert. Logan Gilbert giving up 2 runs in 7 innings. Just under 7 innings. And the Seattle Mariners announcing $10 tickets. Tickets as low as $10 to spend the night, spend the day with the family, the day, the evening, the night, whatever time they're playing it, whenever you can make it. That's a heck of a deal in today's economy to do anything for $10. You can't even park in Seattle for $10. So take the bus or the train. Gabriel Moreno, career high in games, hits, and RBIs last season, coming up for the Diamondbacks. And there's the first pitch. That is a strike. 0-1, 2 outs, man on second. Oh, and that one almost got away from him. Good job by the catcher to bring that in. Gabe Spire, 218 batting average versus lefties, 253 versus righties. And there's a swing and a miss. That Spire pitch had some fire. Spire. 1-2 to Gabriel Moreno. 2 outs. Can he retire the side? And there's a hit down the middle, but it's grounded, and he'll throw him out. And we'll go to the bottom of the 7th. Seattle Mariners at bat. This game tied 2-2. And around the league, Astros still leading the Rockies 6-2. Giants up 3-1 on the Pirates in the bottom of the 7th. Top of the 7th, Twins up on the Angels 5-4. And the Philadelphia Phillies just squashing the San Diego Padres 7-3. And our random fan's going to sing the national anthem here. The 7th inning stretch. Take a beer break or a break for your popcorn or peanuts. And give a little thanks to the troops. Thank you for all the troops, especially the ones I know some take criticism right now. You never criticize. It's never the trips. It's not the trips. Sometimes it's our government. Sometimes it's, other things. But, those guys, they go out there to protect us, and they may not come home that evening. So very thankful for them. Thank you, PBR Street Gang, for your service. I know you're a veteran. Salute, sir. And when we come back in the bottom of the 7th, the Mariners will look to see if they can break this game wide open. Let's see what the odds are over here on DraftKings right now, since it's a tie ball game. I'm a little interested in what they think of this. So Mariners minus 166, Arizona Diamondbacks plus 130, which I think is actually fair for once, because Mariners still have more half. They're up the 7th, 8th, and 9th. Diamondbacks just up the 8th and 9th. And more money coming in on the Mariners, bumping those lines all the way up to minus 180. With a tie ball game, I don't know. I don't know that I'm throwing down 180. Now they just bumped to 145. That was quick. I thank me for my service, SBBR. No, I thank you for your service. Don't forget to ask PBR to tell you a story sometime from Vegas, Robert. PBR may or may not have a story about being handcuffed by a dominatrix on the streets of Las Vegas. I'll leave that up to him. Brandon Pfaadt, 6 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned runs, and 11 strikeouts today. Great performance from him and Gilbert. All right, Joe Mantiply will come up for Arizona from the bullpen. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. He may not want to mention that. It may not have happened. Outside pitch from Mantiply. 2-0. Dylan Moore, the batter. 196, 1 home run, 3 RBIs. Hey, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Okay, never mind. I'm just stories. And that's a pop fly, and it is out. Mantiply retires the first. All right, 1 out for the Seattle Mariners here in the bottom of the 7th. Jonathan Clace, batting 7th in the order. And there's a pitch on the outside. That is a strike. Clace 1 for 2 today, singled in the 2nd inning. And there's a swing and a miss. Beautiful pitch there from Mantiply. Oh, 0-2 on Clace. Will he chase? And he does, and it's a strikeout for Mantiply. 2 outs, for the Mariners. What's up, Wyatt? Hawks, Mariners, Kraken? Is that your order of favorite Seattle teams? Hawks, Mariners, Sonics, Kraken. But yes, Wyatt. What's up, everybody? Wyatt Matheson in the house. Me and Wyatt are going live on Fights with Friends later in just under 3 hours, guys. So 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. We got some MMA news. We got some live MMA podcasts going on. Mitch Haniger coming up to the bat, 239 average, 4 home runs, 18 RBIs during the regular season. Just 25 games into the season. Mariners over Sonics? I'm surprised. Okay. Sonic Seahawks Mariners. How's that? Then Kraken. Just because my Sonics don't officially exist at the moment. 0-2 the count on Mitch Haniger. Manaply just 8 pitches so far. And that went a little low, 1-2. 2 outs, nobody on for the Mariners. Bottom of the 7th, tied at 2-2. Let's see if Haniger can get something going here. And the pitch, and that's way outside, 2-2. Manaply's pitched an incredible 7th inning here out of the bullpen. And that's going to ground out, and that'll be it. And it takes Manaply just 11 pitches to retire the Mariners in the 7th. We'll go to the top of the 8th, tied 2-2. Last Sonics question. If it came back in 2025, what player would you want to build the team around? Oh, dude, it's not 7'4" center from Purdue. Zach. Shit, what's his name? Zach Edey. I don't know why I couldn't remember his name. I don't know. I doubt he's going to play another season in college, though. I don't know, and I know the NBA's got to... What's up, Evan? My young nephew, Evan, in the chat. Yes, Zach Edey. Thank you, Evan. We got to get those Sonics back, Evan. Did you go golfing today, Evan? Or you probably worked today. It's my cousin Evan. He's a freshman in college, and he's on a golfing scholarship there. Like, he puts up some scores. He might end up being a professional golfer. This kid is good. I'm never going to beat him. What's your best score, Evan, and what's like your average? Dude, he's not going to translate well to the NBA pace and spacing, in my opinion. Would have been great in the 90s. Evan says, yeah, I agree. Yeah, they don't play that zone defense as much. They're going to double up on him some. He's good at passing the ball, though. I don't know, man. I don't know. Could be. Also was an 80th senior last season. I think he was, so I think we're probably not going to end up getting him anyways. I don't know, Evan. Who should we build the Sonics on? Because a lot of the guys I know, like Kevin Durant and LeBron James, Antonio Davis, those guys are getting older, and I don't know a lot about these young guys coming up. I just started watching basketball again, and there's a swing and a miss. 81-mile-an-hour changeup there from Thornton. Trent Thornton, third pitcher of the game here for the Mariners. Just 2 pitches, 0-2 on Kevin Newman. That one gets away with it from him, 1-2. Top of the lineup coming up after this. Jake McCarthy will come up for the Arizona Diamondbacks. No, I don't work. I should have 81 last time I played. Shot an 82 at Columbia Point Golf Course. Nice. Slenderman, a.k.a. Wemby, would be better. Thought Mike was going to say a 42-year-old LeBum James. No, he's too old, man. Too old. So's Durant now. Yeah, I'd have to look at the younger players out there. I'm not real familiar with who's even out there right now. All right, 2-2 on Newman. Thornton was up 0-2 in the count and finds himself 2-2 now. And that one's high, 3-2. Full count. That one gets away from him, and he walks him in the top of the 8th. So Thornton puts his first man on base with a walk. Not a good start here in the top of the 8th. And definitely not a good start. Good time to be going to the top of the inning. Jake McCarthy batting leadoff. And Jake shows bunt. 0-1. Showing bunt on a 79-mile-an-hour changeup. 300 even batting average for Jake McCarthy this year, 7 RBIs. He'd love to bat one in here, and that is a bunt. And he's going to get the sacrifice. So they get the man on first, but he moves the runner to second, which was the plan. 1 out and a man on second. A walk and a sacrifice bunt here in the top of the 8th has Arizona in scoring position. And Lourdes Gurriel will be up next. And that's a ball from Thornton. Gurriel 0 for 3 today, lined out in the 6th. 270 on the season, 5 home runs, 22 RBIs, and he's going to pop that one up. Not enough time to move the runner to third. 2 outs for the Diamondbacks. And today I went to church. Today I shoot 82. Last time 81. Couple weeks at Columbia Point Golf. How about Anthony Edwards? He is a great NBA player. All right, we'll take him, Evan. You get a supplemental draft now when you come into the league, I guess. There's a first draft before everybody else, and then you get the regular draft. Oh, and there's a line drive. Is that out of here? Now it hits the fence, and that's going to score a run. And the Diamondbacks up 3-2 here in the top of the 8th. Arizona slowly been mounting a comeback, and now they have their first lead of the ball game, 3-2. And we'll see what DraftKings says about that. The Mariners just became plus 220 underdogs, minus 298 on Arizona, and I can see why, because Thornton's falling apart on us right here. I know he's only 12 pitches in, but some days you just don't have it. We got a deep bullpen. I would bring in somebody else. Christian Walker's 2 for 3 with a solo home run and a double today already. You really don't want to pitch to this guy. He might walk him. Now, and there's a strike right down the plate, 94 miles an hour. 2 out, a man on second, but Arizona scored, and they now lead the Seattle Mariners 3-2 in the top of the 8th inning. And that one's low. 1-1 is the count on Walker. Walker 4 for 10 this series, 2 for 3 today. The 15th pitch from Thornton, and there's a swing and a miss from Walker. 1-2. That was a big strike for Thornton. Big strike. He's ahead in the count. Can he get Walker to chase something here? And he throws it right down the plate and strikes him out. So Thornton gets out of the inning, but not before giving up the game-leading run to the Diamondbacks. It'll be Raleigh, Rojas, and Rodriguez to start the top of the 9th for the Mariners. And odds come down just a little bit, plus 195 now for the Mariners, minus 235 for the Arizona Diamondbacks. And 1.5 runs is the spread. The over-under for this was 7 runs. It looks like we're likely to hit the under. Unless we go extra innings. I guess the Mariners could score 2 and the Diamondbacks not at all now and win 4-3. Yeah, I wish I knew more about what's going on in the NBA, but I only know like older players that have been around for a while. Is Carmelo Anthony still around, Evan? No, I'm just kidding. I know he's not. All right, I know everybody in here is not into baseball, but I hope you enjoyed the conversation. Me and Wyatt will be having a conversation later on Fights with Friends as we go live, and I think we'll have more than 2 people probably watching. Ryan Thompson will come in at relief for the Arizona Diamondbacks. 9.2 innings. Oh, and he hits a batter right away. Didn't he hit him? If he didn't, that was close. That was really inside on Raleigh. Okay, so it didn't catch him. Bottom of the lineup. 1-0 pitch to Raleigh. What about Devin Booker? Plays for the Suns. We'll take him. And there's a strike from Thompson. 1-1 the count to Raleigh. Raleigh 235 on the season, 13 RBIs, 6 home runs. I believe 2 of those home runs were this series, though. And that one's high. 2-1. And the pitch outside, 3-1. He may walk him. So almost identical to the last inning it could end up being, because Thornton for the Mariners walked the bottom of the lineup to pitch to the top. Oh, and that's a strike. 3-2. That's close. I thought that was outside. But like I said, this seems to have a very large strike zone, and it seems to have played on both sides of the ball. So it's hard to say. 3-2. And Cal fouls that one off. He's going to make Thompson think about it. Arizona Bowl pin, 6.03 ERA in the last 11 games, and over a 14% walk rate. That's pretty abysmal, considering the Mariners' bullpen's 2.44 during the same stretch. And Cal fouls off another one there. Still 3-2. Cal Raleigh might not have the best batting average, but he has power. You see that hard hit rate, 20% higher than the average in the league. And a swing and a miss on that one, though, and he is out. Thompson strikes him out. 1 out in the bottom of the 8th. And the Mariners stared at just 5 more outs in this ball game to come back. I'm sorry, I already jumped ahead to the 9th again. It's the bottom of the 8th. And Rojas leading off, and that's a quick ground out. And 2 outs for the Mariners in the 8th that quickly. And let's go to the live betting over here on DraftKings. Mariners now plus 400. Arizona Diamondbacks minus 620. And Julio Rodriguez up next with 2 outs. And that's a strike from Thompson. RBI single in the 3rd today for Julio, 1 for 3. .5 bases is an even bet. If you picked Julio Rodriguez, if you say he would get more than 1.5 bases today, that's a plus 100 bet. He has 1 base. 1 hit. So a hit or a walk here would win for the over. But that's 0-2, 1-2 now on Rodriguez. And the pitch. And Rodriguez strikes out. And the Arizona Diamondbacks are just 1 inning away from putting this game to rest. 3-2 heading into the top of the 9th. Yeah, we'll take Devin Booker, though. Evan, we'll take Devin Booker and Anthony Edwards. No problem there. All right, as I mentioned, about 2.5 hours, we'll be doing a live MMA stream over on Fights with Friends. Some breaking news. So just going over some news you may or may not know. What about Conor McGregor taking ownership in BKFC? We're going to talk about that and a whole lot more. Around the league, bottom of the 9th, Astros just beating up on the Rockies now, 8-2 in that Mexico City series. Padres have pulled within 1 on the top of the 9th, 3-2 there. Twins extending their 1-run lead last time we looked. It's now a 5-run lead, 9-4. And the Padres making a comeback on the Phillies. Middle of the 8th, 8-6. Philadelphia still leading by 2 runs. And as we mentioned, Mariners came into this game on a 5-game win streak. Won the first 2 out of 3 games in this series. There's your pitching matchups for Atlanta. That's the next matchup for Seattle. Man, Reynaldo Lopez over Atlanta. That guy is on fire. .72 ERA. Just ridiculous. And Taylor Saucedo will come to the mound for the Mariners. Try to finish the Diamondbacks off, and there's 2 strikes early. 85-mile-an-hour changeup for him. And that's going to be a base hit. It's a slow one. Oh, my goodness. That's a bit embarrassing. Randall Grichuk with the single. Oh, so it was a broken bat, and it ended up working more like a slow bunt. Yeah, off of Saucedo's leg. And you just can't have errors like that. Especially not in the 9th inning, but at no time at this level. Bad move there for Saucedo. Bad dog. And Saucedo goes up 0-1 here on Eugenio Suarez, who punished us earlier with an RBI double in the 7th. 1-1 on Suarez. $17 RBIs on the season for him. One of those tonight, and that pitch outside. 2-1 on Suarez. 1 on, no outs for the Diamondbacks, who lead the Mariners 3-2 in the top of the 9th. And that's outside, but it looks like he swings. I think he went around. Yes, he did. 2-2. Today's the final game of a 10-game road trip for the Arizona Diamondbacks, so I am sure they are happy to be home. Looking forward to that, and that might be helping to morale right now. And there's a swing and a miss, and he gets Suarez. Thankfully, Saucedo 8 pitches through. 1 on, but 1 strikeout. And Corbin Carroll will be up next. Pumped out in the 7th, 0 for 3 today. Saucedo throws a ball on the first pitch. And there's another one. I know he's got a home run and 5 RBIs, but he's a 190 hitter, for God's sakes. Be a little more aggressive. And there's a strike on the inside corner. 2-1. And here's the pitch to Corbin. And he fouls it off. 2-2. Just in time. What's up, Adam from Allen? Just in time for the Mariners to make a comeback. Got to have the Seattle crew in here. That's why we weren't winning anymore. 2-2 is the count. That pitch, and that one gets away from him. 3-2, full count on Corbin Carroll for Saucedo. 5 up in the chat. Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget, live stream on Fights with Friends later. 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, and he strikes him out. That is a big strikeout for Saucedo. 2 strikeouts on 14 pitches. He did give up the 1 hit. Oh, actually, it was his error that caused the runner to go to first, or he'd be through this inning. Yes, cheers, Adam. All right, 2 outs. Gabriel Moreno up batting 8th in the lineup. First pitch is a strike. Moreno 0 for 1 today, ground out in the 7th. And he takes a big swing and a miss at that one. 0-2. Crowd on their feet here. Saucedo 1 pitch away from putting the Diamondbacks away in the 9th. And Moreno's going to hit that one. He's going to ground out to second. And the Mariners will start with Jorge Polanco, Ty France, and Mitch Garver to start the 9th inning. That's good golf, Evan. Now, Evan's an incredible golfer. He has been since what? Since middle school? What were you were in the 90s in middle school, right, Evan? Yeah, kid is just, he's obsessed with golf. He's really, really good. Got himself a golf scholarship. And let's turn into the odds over there on DraftKings. Plus 360 on the Mariners, minus 540 on the Diamondbacks going into the 9th. I don't know. I don't know that I put down any money, even at plus 360. They got 1 run to score. I'm confident in my Mariners, but I might keep my money. Anthony Edwards is him. Yes, Adam, we were talking about our Seattle Sonics. If we were to bring back the Seattle Sonics, who should we start that franchise around? Like, who would you pick that's in the league right now? I was made fun of because I said Zach Edey. Why it says he's too slow for today's game. And he might be. Everybody thought Shaq would be too slow too, I believe. Just catching up with chat. Gotcha, brother. All right. Kevin Ginkel will come in for the Diamondbacks. 11 games, 11 innings pitched, 4 earned runs. He's struck out 12. He's walked 3. In 6 save opportunities, he's saved 4 of them. So Mariners, it could be tougher for him. Jorge Polanco, 3rd in the order coming up. And there's a pitch. Fastball on the inside. First 0-1. 0-1. Catches the inside corner of the plate. Polanco just 165 for the season, but 3 home runs and 8 RBIs. That's a ball from Ginkel. 1-1 is the count in the bottom of the 9th. Mariners trailing the Diamondbacks 3-2. And he gets a hold of that one, but can't keep it in bounds. 1-2. Polanco smoked that one. Man, did he get a hold of that one. 1 for 3 today for Jorge Polanco. And Ginkel just misses the outside corner 2-2. Ty France on deck. And they're going to say that was a strike. That was close. But he strikes him out. 1 out for the Mariners. Ty France coming up next. Thanks, Adam. Been golfing for about 11 years. Since you were 8, right? You're 19, Evan? All right, bottom of the 9th. There's looks like a ball for Ginkel. You never know with this ump. Okay, he is going to call that one a ball. He's got a very wide strike zone, though. 1-0 here for Ty France, batting cleanup. And he hits it straight back to the pitcher, and that's going to be 2 outs. Just out of curiosity, I got to see what the odds are now for the Mariners, if you can even bet on them. Are they even going to give you an opportunity? No, I think they took them off the board. All right, it's all on you, Mitch Garver. And there's the pitch inside. That's going to be a strike. Mitch Garver 0 for 3 today, struck out in the 6th. 0-1 the count, 2 outs, bottom of the 9th. And Garver gets a hold of that one. It is going, doesn't have enough. And that's the ball game. The Arizona Diamondbacks defeat the Seattle Mariners 3-2. Mariners win the series 2-1, but you don't want to lose the last game of a series. Mariners start their series against the Atlanta Braves tomorrow. Adam says, Tyrese Halberton, Anthony Edwards be good, starts a team. Doncic, Jokic. Okay, I know some of those guys. I just didn't really know how good everyone is. I guess. Anybody wants to talk about baseball, MMA, anything else? Let's put the number up. If you want to save your MMA talk, though, in just less than 2.5 hours, me and Wyatt are going to be going live on Fights with Friends. A special Sunday night show. There's some news out there in MMA. So Mariners came into this one a slight betting favorite. They led 1-0. Diamondbacks tied it up. Then the Mariners led 2-1. Diamondbacks tied it up again. And then I believe it was in the bottom of the 7th. Double put the final run on the board. And the Diamondbacks eke it out 3-2 over the Seattle Mariners. Seth, you still in here? We had Seth in here, Arizona Diamondback fan. I don't know if he's still in here. But, all right, I am going to set up for our next stream then. Try to jump in that as quickly as you can. I'll put out a post for that. I'm gonna go after somebody tonight. Just a little bit. We'll see. Wyatt might put some restraints on me. But, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. We'll be live over on Fights with Friends. Too bad on the Mariners. Congratulations for